What up, y'all? It's your boy R to the A to the S. Yes, Roz here with Perceivable Cost Blog. Today I'm here to do a movie review on Beast Ryan's life. This movie is excellent. Excellent. It was a long time waiting for this movie because you didn't know it was going to get released or not. But I'm happy that it was finally released and it turned out the way it did. Now, groups, you know what I'm saying, hip-hop groups don't usually last. I mean, even in modern day 2011 hip-hop, is not a lot of hip-hop groups. I mean, you got these cliques, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, the Cash Money, like, that's like the closest you're going to get to a group in these days and times. I mean, you got the whole Jay-Z and Kanye West thing, but that's not a permanent group. And so it's interesting to see, you know, like you have like the rock documentaries, you see these bands breaking up, like what broke up the band. Getting to see what broke up, you know what I'm saying, this hip hop group. Was I think what this, I think it was a Wu documentary, but hasn't been a lot of documentaries on the breaking up of groups in hip hop. And so it's really, I really thoroughly enjoyed that, and you really get to see why they broke up. I don't give you my opinion on that. Some of y'all are definitely going to disagree, but the movie, what I like about it, number one, of course, is the music. A lot of these songs, I haven't literally heard them in like 15 years. And so when you heard it, I mean, it was just bringing back memories like, oh yeah, I remember that. I tried to say some of the words, that did not work out at all. Because I forgot the words. I looked like a complete fool. I was just bobbing my head to the beach and trying to fake like I knew the words, but I didn't know no words. It's been too long. But the movie, of course, documents the rise of this group from the beginnings, from them all coming, well, not all, but from Fife and Q-Tip, both coming from a Seventh-day Adventist background, going to church together, and the rise of this group. And let me give a warning, I am going to discuss the movie, I'm not going to give away the ending, but if you don't want to know anything, cut it off now. And so, you see the rise of this group, the people who were involved at the time, like the record execs, people who were fans, like Pharrell, and just the group members themselves commenting on the different albums that they released, from People's Distinctive to Low End to Midnight to Beats, and then of course the Love Movement. And so they all commented on the rise. And when you saw, you know what I'm saying, you hear the music and, you know, it gets you really involved. Because a lot of hip-hop documentaries, they're like unofficial, so they might have these bootleg versions of the songs of the artists. Like, I've seen some Tupac documentaries where they don't even have his actual music, but it's like some bootleg version of Dear Mama or whatever. And so I hate that. But this was actually put on by them, and, you know, of course, Michael Rapaport. And so the music really is the soundtrack of this movie. So great. And so you go up the movie, and then they bring you to the reality that, oh yeah, Tribe Called Quest is no longer together. And then you go crashing down emotionally. And so it's like an emotional roller coaster watching this movie. Like, from high highs to like this quiet, like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? But Fife and his medical issues and just all these things, man. It's just, you go from high to low. Now, of course, I want to give you my opinion on the members, particularly, well, more particularly into Q-Tip and Fife, because, I mean, that is the most talked about, probably, like, why they broke up. And to me, from what I was brought into the movie, it seemed like Q-Tip was he was a leader, but he was a pretty poor communicator. And I don't think he was very sensitive to the group and the needs and people's feelings. And I mean, he probably, it wasn't intentional, I don't think. But if you're bad at communicating, you don't know how to communicate with a certain person, and you don't know them like that, like know them, it can cause problems. And so, I think he was probably sincere in the things he did, but he messed up. And they showed this part, like when they reunited. And I don't think it was intentional. He said a line about Fife. And the line was kind of insensitive, particularly dealing with his sickness. And, Fife took offense to it. Now, do I think it was intentional, like he was just trying to diss him? No. But I just don't think he is a very good communicator. And that really messed up the group. Even with the dissolving of the group. He did a poor job of communicating. So then you have Fife. Fife, in my opinion, is a very insecure person. He battles with diabetes. He didn't like his rap voice. He was kind of reluctant, even want to be full-fledged into the group, being comfortable to the group. And that really, you can really see that. And he had these insecurities. He didn't know how to communicate, in my opinion, as well. And so the conflict came. And you got one dude is, he's the leader. You got this other dude who is, in my opinion, just as skilled as Q-Tip. I know some of you might disagree. But these two, it couldn't work. And the irony in all of this is Fife is a Lakers fan, a Kobe Bryant fan. Excuse me as I vomit. And it reminded me of the Lakers, of the Shaq Kobe Lakers. You know what I'm saying? You have this one person is clearly a leader, the other person is insecure. Fife might not want to be a leader, but he have this insecurity. Didn't know how to communicate, and then the group broke up. Same thing with the Lakers, though I fought mostly Kobe Bryant. And so the irony of that, you see with groups, they can't last because egos are going to get in the way. And I guess you can fault both of them in a sense, though I think Fife definitely has some insecurities. The way it came off in the film. Now, the film might not be accurate, but the way it came off in the film anyway. And Q-Tip, he didn't really want to talk about the issues anyway. It's all about the group and things of that sort. So I think he was sincere. He could have been faking. Who knows? But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed seeing some of the old school people. Moni Love, man, she need to teach a class. Her MC Light need to get like a class together, like how to look young or something. I don't know if it's genes or is it something they doing, but they look fabulous. They look spectacular. Moni Love looks so young. Beautiful Moni Love. So you got Moni Love, you got DJ Red Alert. DJ Red Alert, dude. This dude is aging. I don't know how old he is, but he got the dude looks like Red Fox. The beard, the gray hair, he just need a little bit more weight. This dude looking like Red Fox. But it was good to see that, man. Wish it would have been a little bit more Kanye, but I think Pharrell did a good job expressing like the influence of a Tribe Called Quest. You got to see Jarobi. I never really know about Jarobi until this movie and never understood how he fit in the group, but this helped out a little bit. So overall, I could recommend this movie. Only thing I didn't like was some of the camera work like they would do like a scene, and then you could see like the camera, not literally see the camera, but you can see like how it adjusts, like going back and forward. And to me, that's just, unless you're doing it from an artistic standpoint, that's just not professional, man. So I didn't like the camera work on some things, but overall, very good movie, excellent movie. I'm definitely gonna buy it when it gets DVD time. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite hip hop movie. I'm still a fan of the show the most because of that era and the way it was done. And it's like, to me, that time was like the golden era of hip hop. I know that they call this era the golden era. I consider that time the golden era when you had the West, the East, the South. It's more balanced time. So that's my opinion. It's your boy Ron Zero Pursuit with some ball. And despite what Fife, Diggy, Dog may think, Kobe sucks. And I'm out. Triples.